advocacy na yegusu ayeye no it's not going to stop. Ko unim say you said the opamo no mre ya wa udwan no there you have no other option than to quit. And looking at the challenges you woman ya kan ho asema no there is no indication that it's going to end anytime soon. And we can't throw our hands up in air and give up. Basa Makacho said there will be no Ghana for anybody.
Right.
So the SAA to me they are secure of this particular country. Say by Omoma Bo Tim Possessabi or Befa Quati Quanso. Aton minor dinner boo we are there. I show Mohono Mobusi and ye no. That agenda no. Ye the Jabatum.
That agenda no.
I say Pejatum. And yes, sir, because if we allow them, we will lose our country.
Baba, who workers tribi, one more for a man buye.
Yes. Akwasa wako your friend saying party asena yede and sabisi one the glasses asisi ho.
Right.
Okosa oba na obehwe bi no akonom we ba obesa nti ensan ya enyaye. So that is, and this I overheard the last 8 years, the last 7 years yeah, amamoyi ashase ya cause wanda kufu ado ya. O that sorry from one instances of corruption to another, and o crowd fortunately aban by now to radio so.
Exactly.
And this I was starting now track it. The many instances of corruption allegations are about Mekasa Kanya. I'm not sure so wait me. Exactly. So we are just moving from one scandal to another, sir. And scandal be a popping out piano. Millions of Ghana cities and they involved. In the end, you know, you intimi retrieve back cry. Individuals no more yes and yamano, I'm for muhudi. So I know the day no, amamu na ye basa a binding shisha ebi begu akwemu ama. Youth unemployment abaye challenger sabi youth na ye so desperate amamfo nya adwuma nya no a ye den hyehyɛ begu akwama create job opportunities for the youth opportunities near sustainable no saa de no ni ho Alaska ye healthcare na sabi akrambo no ye betimi I invest in it na sabi infrastructure wise na yetimi raise na yetimi ede amamfo awuram. And now you know a number of nurses who are exiting the shores of this country going to UK and other places. These are among for a training omo with the requisite skill sets that particular skills, you know. And then you hear Sabia betim the developer or mine. These people are hesitating. Why? Because there are no job opportunities. I will clone her. Sabi ombejina so baby. So I think that the situation is very desperate. We have no other option than to work towards say a buying pill on pill. We need to do the right thing. So we have to fix the problems because economy everywhere. And my culture say, and yes, trouble for the buy and on match it. Yeah, nipa that's any consciously they sacrifice a lot. And on multimedia, the last time I was telling you about America, how they laid the foundation. At some point in time, a bidum do among quite about for there. Very well. Because Abraham Lincoln, what's in the you know, or Titiata baby, movie no because one second kuno. Oh, yes. Obi from the presidential box no at the yefen say 2 kobo no kuno because na they wanted to push an idea say America should go the federal way as state ni nyina kamom ebinum so there be yete ye ho ye ntumi and surrender your sovereignty to obi but then the idea no more stand there for America coming together forming a federation and then no today the place ebinum friend heaven mewa very well in France the same thing started. Na man for situation was so desperate. We are here near Chasa Sabi would we are Bobby Cra our 92.3 classes and I don't move France then. You had the first class, you were the second class, and you were the third class. And your friend saying February tennis go.
That's right, because I'm confused for
do about say Sikaniba to a bar or net a here for 5 and some vote to know Sabi I pay. But when the people realize no, this is not the way to go, we need to rise up. And I cover the popular French Revolution by Alaska. As a sign, you know, today France abaye destination a Ghana near pre so bekoho. Exactly. The resources are yawo ewo maimuha ye chem 10 France any 1. But look at them. The only difference on one say they have leaders are more tiny pass, they are very empathetic. Or more bien say and yes or no kwa be didi ye ma sabi okosha dem kofi go oba no aba bedi. Na mum ye betimi ya because Alaska what your man mu na obi adidi me a wonti sa manfo ye dede sa o
o da bi
na se ba akofo na edidi egusu didi manafu ne ne ma ne yere na edidi me na dodo na agu abonten a waso nwo da And that is the kind of situation we have the resources, we have the manpower, we have everything. But at the end of the day, a chrono bone, memfanyansa, kwanzu miti omo, and a matama maisika, and a medium or baimu, and a meya, there are no consequences. I said, you go out, on maisika, nipa, Alaska, nya, when you're in Sabo, what betray the trust that public no home. A man for Judy, and yes, I wouldn't be answered to be no more than 2 minutes. I could find the Flagstaff house. There are a lot of people in Ghana more knowledgeable. A man for the Brumunian Sacha, so the mere fact that you are sitting at the Flagstaff house or the presidency doesn't make you a repository or an institution of wisdom or knowledge. But when you've been a Nipabiana, Ahotor so woman, so bad. You make sure never be our baby will serve with means solve your problem. But at least majority of the people no welfare programs abebano should gear towards ubetimi ama sankrofo no certain hope. Aban one more bia kra no give your people hope. No more hope say and then ya ochena be ye. But look at can you assure yourself that Ghana and 9 year ochena be ye under this government? Can you? Because you don't see
the light at the end of the tunnel.
The tunnel no look at the end of the tunnel no appear quite uninspiring, very bleak. Because you say we share net there now what they are example for China.
Very well.
There na no Russia ye former pesca because abana tamo yaso. Obia fa kwatikwan so epre and panyini bia nisuro a o hwe amanfo ani matia omo. In the Alaska utifie na say panyini no like one kasa you have proven sufficiently so we are responsible. E dey na beba o ma obia be ye de ope. There are houses a woko efie binum a papa no a wo ma 3 one ne yere ne manete. Papa no no na duane. Ne yere no na duane. Ne mama ya no mu pie ba de bedikan ba na obe no na duane. We ne beba ono so ba na obe no na duane. De na kire wo. Efie ho panyini ni ho obia ye de ope.
Onu pa be.
Obia e na boa mu no mo tifie ho because papa no aton na nimonyam ato atwene e na obia ye de ope. That is a kind of omanya Akufo-Addo akriti amaya ye tim. Oh yes. Yes. Obia no na duane.
Right. Live on the radio downtown 92.3 was Ivan Kyei Innocent. Obia bisas ye kukurumponi. We also encomious near the way in challenges one no. Right, I was here about the room. You say we are in election year 2024 election year. Electoral Commission about testing the pulse of Ghanaians. On who said they could push to close at 3 p.m. She's going to do away with indelible ink because to know the system she has put in place now. Obian to mean to about me, We have an instance assembly election but there was a tie. Equiapim North. Uduwa nipa that registered 102 yet to abe yenya 117. Usha EC even cry ballot papers next year. Usha stamp na bo achi no kra different enye EC stamp ye EC officer na won say oni do declare unti asiafa court and this amanyo ko ni say over our dead bodies minority on EC's no indelible ink decision and others. Ivan Yanko
Alaska the edikan ma mensanche abian menche watie for
Joso
Alaska elections are crucial so we had democracy. Would define a democracy. There is no way to define a democracy by elections.
2.3 very well
because a platform offer a critical opportunity for electorate to renew or terminate the mandate given to whoever to manage the affairs of the country. And I they renew. I said the boy was why I did to us, and I say they terminate Sincheno Bimra. That is the only opportunity. So I am very, very crucial. So anytime there is an attempt, say a temper with the electoral process anywhere around the world in Alaska, a nibreba, baby adintokwaba, baby or the oyinini uwuba, a bukra high, a cell minor city or minor pansam. That is why I keep telling you, say, elections, electoral violence, and lead Africa like there are turning Africa into a killing field. There are a lot of graveyards as you see Sudan, Oko Togo, where we are. A Benya Manford or Marco Mona Soccer Points as Uncle because of electoral violence in the forum. Sadia way, attitude economy, a moving my pansam, Amasabi, Africa, there are scars of electoral violence there that are so pronounced. They are indelible. I leave an indelible imprint on the minds of people. On mind be a empese. And this is an ethier now your mind. Now what you have to say democracy now the year Juma Alaska. A very institutional yes sat here to her say, Nedi say Omfa and Shishayan any Ngwa Kwemu. Sabaya election are a crucial component of every democratic process, you know. Yabaye free, yabaye fair, Nanipa aya hotoso. But sometimes I am for a can't free and fair elections are. People limited to say electoral commission yade to win a man or not conducting elections no what we are now so no. People should rather accept everything and that makes it free and fair elections. No free and fair elections, you know. And then yes say electoral commission yena form de na wie no. The people out there no our trust and confidence in the process and they also accept it. For electoral commission, when your election no mama and when your papa, you do it for the people. So the people must accept it. To the very moment that all the results be about a man for bedia tumno, a honor cycle na asi. So we na say eba, na say people fail or revolt against the outcome. Na kofa wiene ne ntokwane na say for ba cycle na complete. So what the electoral commission the we nyina na say as an institution your operation you know the outcome no must be accepted by the people, and in doing so, no, you need to ensure say all the legitimate processing as if transparent. People will be involved. Now, man for who they come no, very very key. Again, you also need to inspire people to have hope and trust. Say Alaska they genidi. You say they be a deal no become no cre.
Very well.
But say a man for near hoto so we say Alaska they share na or no yeah juma banyo. There is no way Alaska can supervise free, fair, and transparent elections. Ebia obey niye, but anam say man for no just lingering concerns on their minds because of nema waye. Entino, obey free and fair elections, but the people will not accept it. If they don't accept it, the cycle is not complete. What I say na make no.
Wow.
And until money very very important. Say personalities na ye lead the commission na nimno. You need to lead a life for engender that sense of independence. And I say electoral commission. No, but Alaska. So we had the also with this current electoral commission, the commission, and then I say for ya. That kind of relationship that is supposed to be mutual, reflect respect, and that kind of trust, you know, you can't find it. You can't find it anymore. And I know I'm to challenge you will be already good. Say, Opa, you can do a survey. Just get out there and sample public opinion. How are electoral commission and the responses in the feedback will be and mirror back to 2020 what happened when a commission of us conducting and some no call ye copy court an opportunity say bra abia we ni opposition no mo ye de hunu and the electoral commission just come and explain because it's not say enya asema me no enya na the technicalities na we are talking about a state institution that must clarify every bit of its actions. So be able to dispel any negative notion on the minds of people.
Exactly.
So you take the box and explain and shame your opponent. What has happened, American? You shame your opponent, or friend, say, and answer all accuses to be a one year the right thing. You shame them by taking the box and explaining everything to them. But almost there be in the Alaska, ask yourself, say next time, no actors in these stakeholders, no. Obi ever trans say me trans na election ni we am the court. That option will not be there.
Baumia is calling on political actors 2024 omunti will be on phone court.
Or can they end there? Alaska. Because for people to go to court, you know, they need to be assured say the judicial system, you know, will offer them that your friend is saying platform and fair. At least the out can read through court and about reflect exactly what happened. If that trust is not there, forget it. And say electoral commission the Juma DS away no. This be a man for a benya Juma DS. But Alaska over the years. So we have kwanya je mensa for so conducting the home and Juma DS odia. It doesn't look like the electoral commission is a state institution. It looks like me say ne papa na we jano na the electoral commission man no. Your friends say like a family shop why inherit it and your cohort the open oil. And you see, let me dispel this foolish notion. I want man for team said the electoral commission is independent entity on baby Alaska. Under any democracy in the world, there is no right or independence that is absolute under the sun.
Very well.
In any democracy, there is no right, there is no independence or be enjoy institutions be war. That right is absolute and it's unquestionable.
How do you substantiate?
Because Alaska, the rights are most sacred. I will be among all the rights, that is it's a God-given right. That is the right to live.
Okay.
That is a God-given right, inherently granted to us because we are human beings by God.
In some way,
that one can be revoked. That is why our death sentence, the death penalty,
right?
Say court no fine. Say Alaska ne nam way. Say a case on caution tena wiasia. Ne existence no fat threat to people. So your existence has to be terminated. So can you argue, say, my right to live is absolute?
No.
Under certain circumstances, that particular right can be revoked, and that there is no absolution. And we electoral commissioner, you cannot be running around in the name of being independent. Oh yeah, they open. In a democracy, role intertwine like we can we no can we because sika would be a somebody has to approve it. It means you come under somebody.
We are independent. We are independent.
We are independent. Public. You are serving the public. Public. So everything that you do, as a public, must have that particular way. But in the name of being independent, you think that you can just take unilateral decision without consulting anybody. And when you come out with those decisions, you expect people to swallow the hook, line, and sinker without question. That is never going to happen. What I say, that is the kind of arena Yejina CCI. One, electoral commission say or the going forward, or the indelible ink ever. Obey indelible ink through Alaska. This is a discussion. You can't just wake up and say indelible ink. Maybe another maker say electoral commission may have a genuine reasons why they are but it's not a decision you can unilaterally go and say there are stakeholders. That is why IPAC is there. So you need to engage these stakeholders, explain to them why you think at this point in time, your friend is saying indelible ink, because we think that what the enough verification your friends say layers about electoral process, and because you can verify people, there is no need. But the question is yes, sir, say verify amount for your instance amount for engaging in multiple voting we have recorded such instances.
It's very well
because machines not away nipa no pretty and elections is about interest. People sitting there and they all have their interest. So there are ways people can manipulate the system. So at least to the ordinary Ghanaian my verify or my verify on us, the only say ya can't go to say Alaska about what memoir. And you see, before base I didn't free or no, get a complaint from Nipana ye come on Sasson and can't say I did come in Sasui, I will be cancer. I did I can't be in Sasui at the problem about. The people are complaining there is a problem. So the move is there to solve a problem. So I'm asking you, Alaska, sir, solution now electoral commission propose problem ben there solve. Tell me.
So to me and to solve problem.
So you are rather creating a problem because and you be an because this is a commissioner public trust with some way be it could be right. So let me play the devil's advocate. So what they bar, it must come and solve a problem. Ask yourself, a problem ben never solve. If it is not coming to solve any problem, but rather create a problem because it will create a problem of your friends and mistrust.
Exactly.
So you don't do it as a reasonable person, especially looking at the kind of arena because the stakes in the 2024 elections are quite high. We are talking about an incumbent government that has been in power for 8 years, and people are hoping say the government will exit. And if you look at the economic conditions in Nasafona, anything be a free electoral commission whereby say and make sense people will revolt it. So you don't put yourself in that situation. Again, the electoral commission is out there and another foolish proposal. You see elections ending at 5 p.m. Ending at 3 p.m. Alaska. District level elections, who challenges by
serious.
This is a district level, even printing crowd, ballot the printing in other areas. They have to reschedule then as a for them. Time night at 12 and first around at 5 o'clock. There has been instances ebe do 5 o'clock no Alaska na nipa da so the queue several places
very well.
So yes, I understand the election about 3 o'clock mfa so bebre because counting no say 5 o'clock the akani nyina yesumu and it create a lot of problems. So that could be legitimate. Say but ask yourself, say, how well have you engaged your stakeholders? How well have you explained the situation to them? Now say you can banner by 3 o'clock. Is it likely? See, bet me you be a what banner 3 o'clock now. If the answer is yes, and you've been able to convince the stakeholders, then you move in because the election, you know, it's idea never go for you. It's something or minor destiny in agents idea so nipa na we involved no you need to get them involved and make this decision. So you don't just wake up and say me am here who say about no your friend saying 25 o'clock
because I see 2020 no edu be 2 p.m. na baby will be at we
that is childish. That is childish. You understand? And you cannot make such a critical decision based on this particular assumption. Say, Edru baby, but we have another 2021 years about Oklahoma say. We have had instances about 5 o'clock na man 40 kilomo, especially Kumasi and other places omu kilo moto. So you cannot just say because of that, you know, ye free ho and I say tiso di aba form. That is not possible. You really need to convince the people, move forward and say, because of ABC, you know, actors and stakeholders say, let us sit down. Not because of ABC, you know, Alaska, say, this one former, then you know, say, you have sufficiently consulted the people, and then this. But you see, Yakodru Babia, Electoral Commission, Juma, all ding, you know, and I don't know if I can't say, or on a pencil, no, or no, yeah, dear. To project the interests of the ordinary people. Why the Kasama Ghana for? Because political party, the NDC bar or no come and the be favor no, MPP bar or can they be favor no. By as electoral commission, you know, when I say we wouldn't answer, you are there serving the interests of the people because your allegiance is to the people, your allegiance is to the constitution and to the flag of this country, not to any political party. And the one ideally who make decisions are adding for the people. But the situation is flipping and there. And the political party no Kenyans are na easy can say bin kwasasem. Yes. For instance, let me give you a typical example. Abra ye go into registration, you know. The political parties were saying say registration na ye dey court district level no will make it impossible for the ordinary Ghanaian to travel all the way to district level to register. These are political parties ideally, you know.
We ye di amawom.
Ye di amawom. Ye basi omo no. Until almost a fabra local level na yenye. Electoral Commission who should be fighting for these people to ensure that every Ghanaian there will have access to registration, you know. Say on tiasia no there wakasa why the district, you know, the obeye no obeye. To the extent that you should no call to know, you see Chief Justice at the data send the bottom
not to quiet.
Yes. And yet to abani we and some of na case, you know. So Alaska, you see, I hear nipa nwenim kwa chiri say but level bia wo serve wo bia no eye nipa mo form na wo serve mo and say eduru ba bi na nipa no nya some adwen bi say nipa na wo run serve mo interest bi ma and na democracy egu no. There is a book called Why Democracies Die. Democracy no a nipa trust the confidence in your investing wo mo said the oko bank I am for sika na mo invest no democracy no I am for we na invest so obi akasa withdraw no there will be no democracy. So in doing everything as an institution the wo yen nyina say I trust the confidence of public na invest democracy no they don't withdraw because the very moment everybody begins say withdraw your trust no abai no begu ebi na si wo Togo no ebi na si level Nigeria now who ye a business sub-regional people have realized that no, we need to withdraw our trust because a buyer by a loose cannon, a buyer no longer serve our interest. Until young clear trust, and at every moment people will draw or more trust from from government, you know, a buyer no good. Until we are easy now, we are there. You do say that particular trust, no waiting your fedano now man for being a but that is not what this particular woman is doing. Alaska, you see. Now, there are certain sensitive positions now with the mobile. You need to be very, very careful.
All the sensitive positions.
Yes. Yes, Alaska, you see, who said a missing cano? Your friends, you see, there are people advocating for women. You see, there is this notion out there, say, a ma a weakling.
That's right.
And they are temptress. Like, so over the years, we see women in a certain way. And it is recently for a pushy a ma to a very sensitive
gender equality.
Yes, but we cannot, under your friends saying, look down upon the fact that women are very emotional people. And so, what your appointment? That's what the appointment, who say a very sensitive position, that's what they more bar. There is one thing that you need to be very sure. Say the person is emotionally mature and stable.
Okay.
And yes, sir, we will push your mind out to trouble. I'm telling you. I know many people will disagree. But anytime I will be making sure, say, Nipa know all the qualities in you, make sure, say, emotionally the person is very intelligent, very stable, and very, very, very reasonable.
Ivan Kyei Innocent.
And yes, sir, now what this out to me, no question in some Alaska. Everybody, yeah, I did be that is what I'm telling you, says, I would to me, ma, or be one for my answer for. So to me, but Dana by a bomb. Oh, yes.
Oh, the to me, MOB, I would name Yansa.
Yes.
And to me, but Dana be a bomb or the bombo, Alaska. Because so we had the posturing of this particular woman, and daddy say. She's emotionally like unstable because this is him be all you be at say 2 minutes dia mame dia me pe na meye o question pe and these people internally they are very weak. That is why I'm call IPAC. I say dunketi evenim I say dunketi esere. If you are a strong person, you are very confident in yourself, obviously do you give a damn about what the person is saying because you believe in what you're doing. But these symptoms here make actually which are clearly that this is a person that is very hollow in the inside but very tough on the outside. Because you need to compensate for your inner weakness, and that's what she's doing. And it's a time be who no Bible until last time I catch us Oko school ma teacher near school for tagging is a teacher we need to made or bone crow and crown or boy, they have weakness. And in the way of hiding that particular weakness, you assume this external aggression to ward everybody off. That is the tactics. Opa free neko, you can start checking that particular thing. Anytime be able to nipan external way aggressive, hey, about 80% of those people are internally weak, very hollow, and it's a way of covering for their inner weakness. They fear something, and now like arguments go on yet because sometimes they don't know the argument. And I'm catch say nipa only nyansa so only argument and now dying in tokwa because moko ni nyansa sa mu agiwa. Yes, but you na tem dia so obi atimi dia tem. So these are things that you need to look at. So whenever you are handing over such a position, because so the same position, I could Charlotte say, oh, they are cause that's right.
At some point in time, not only the deputies in now well at war. Exactly. And that because that particular way, no, men me do so men me boss, me deputy, me come muntie. If you are not emotionally stable, and then a man I could find the opportunity, because they were fighting among themselves. So George Pokune, Amadou Sule, they were fighting, and there were instances that were even given the chance reconcile among yourself. They said we can't reconcile. Young to me because Obia feel big. And Mammy way far home kind be the same thing and not also. The same thing. Your current Chief Justice, the same time. You see, that is why I just want to tell you, say, if you want to give a position, I'm not advocating, say, women don't qualify. No.
That's right. But what justify why you are saying that?
The feminine card say me bottom, so and then I support it. But I'm telling you, say, when such a sensitive position, would the man or more making sure that the person is emotionally intelligent and very stable, or you're very confident.
So in simple put, Yamfama Obia onim nyansa anadumudo.
Yes. One fan komobi onim nyansa obedana baba ya. So Alaska, say ebasa wo yes ania man.
It's an easy position than the bomb.
Oh Alaska, na nya the madiama me it's a recipe for disaster. You careful because decision now all you nyina elections elections.
Oh yeah, the amount of
NDC MPP. So NDC and MPP got a large following. Just imagine, say, now one of these political parties on TSC. Do you think that you can live in this country?
And Otansi say Uncle Court.
Yes. Just imagine, say, NDC and MPP are going to this election. Now, back on Lusu, no son TSC, the supporters in Tinsi Krum. Can the Electoral Commission operate? You can't use the the security to quell. No. Na Ghana soldier for do omo yes say police yes say. Police for no soldier for omo mama or papa omo onua no omo namfofo. They cannot just get into the street and be shooting people. So Alaska, we don't need to get there. The yebeye making sure that trust and confidence in the institution, you know, will be sustained by making sure that adwuma na ye no. Yeah manipa. And for the giant person or the IPAC buy. I don't know the IPAC buy. IPAC is a platform of convenience where political parties and stakeholders Asia assemble yen discuss among us asabaya enquire court process bebre. Yen we respect one another. And into the yaba beshia say yen win nsem ho na yen fancy sabaya elections no confirm to come. Alaska IPAC has served a lot of purpose and through that, you know, there has been a lot of interventions at ABBA. Sir, you've heard saying ballot paper, you've heard the box, you know, opaque, transparency, IPAC process. Biometric IPAC. Where decision, you've heard from black and white to colored with ID card, no, IPAC. And you're quite but it has gotten to a point that the IPAC cannot end serve that purpose to be.
Now they are telling us and binding up and over.
No, but nobody is saying that IPAC the decision should be binding. But last time when intelligent people meet on a table, by the time we get out of the room, no, we must agree on something. That is why we are there. But then IPAC ne yet decision kwatena odwene se medwene se na ye nyina ya tena se na ya make a decision o ya se ya kwakoto aba. And so where your system na ya na hwekwa ya fa so ya smuggle a lot of me say toy parties akwako wurawuram party ni bi hokra apart from akra obi animo party no. The last time I went to one program na ya bobo political parties bidding and yesterday one committee say such parties exist, but these parties go to IPAC. And critical decisions no ye kwakoto aba. You don't do that.
Odo to NNK and your party cry you find the fish.
Alaska. So when you enlist such toy parties and jokers, now Bobo Mono to go and make your friends a crucial decision about elections because ye kwakoto aba, it will not serve any purpose. Another day no, edi krima those parties no Accra office club mu nibi. Why now all koka chen say your friends men konto ko betie. But there are critical stakeholders, whatever that they say, matter. So you need to deal with people in a way, young can go through that particular level. But Alaska, it doesn't look like electoral commission has been so seven power. Or no, that's sorry. Or say no, but yeah, and run away. And so we had the SC recently, sometimes Nippon Moda Commission, I don't know. From Babontin on Bakasa, then you begin to wonder, and Crowfoway, Sabi. Omo free bia ba na eba na so omo free fa na eba. Oh yes.
Ivan, why?
Alaska.
Omo free.
Because papa ya mfa ne cerebral kuku so hwan. There has been a lot of instances that he comes out and the kind of comment he make you begin to wonder. Macho man you free le gomba you mfa ne say.
Macho man.
Yes, who ne boa.
Bossman asare.
Who ne boa sa osofo ndaka. Alaska. Alaska.
Bossman Nasari.
Yes. So what a tre. And this is a person from the academia. Man for free say Sabi. Alaska ba by here. He's bringing some wisdom. What a kasa no to onama no keka. So what to be? I don't want to repeat them here.
I see and this is a threat to democracy.
And this is somebody who's supposed to be a referee. I'll go into elections. Both sides will be about trust, no. This is a person from academia. And all background, I'm on for free, say, a school man or not a patron for the MPP. So it raises a lot of concern about the infant in China. You believe that this is a guy from academia, very intelligent, or the not dream by Juma. But the pronouncement in as a forum, Jermaine Samba Bontian as a forum Alaska, you are swaying people away. And I'm telling you, sir, the Electoral Commission is very, very crucial in our democratic process. So we cannot lose its neutrality or its independence. And we must make sure, sir, public, about trust and confidence. See, lose